Hey YouTube! I'm Troy.
And I'm Rude.
And this is Laugh&Howl.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow.
What's wrong with you?
What do you mean?
You're all bouncy and stuff.
I'm always bouncy. I'm just extra bouncy today.
Oh, why?
Well, we got some special guests coming today. And they are actually local fursuit makers, Emporium. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, me too.
We got lots to talk about with them. They're going to bring in examples. They're going to talk about their business and how long they've been in it. And we'll just see how it goes from there.
Woo.
Yay! All right. Well, thank you guys for joining the channel today, and we got Wanderers Emporium today. First, we want to thank you dearly for traveling so far and so long to come out to our location today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having us. This is so exciting.
Alrighty.
We're really honored to be here.
Okay, first off, when did you guys start off going into business?
We actually started as just, hey, maybe we can do this. Kim, actually.
Yeah. Like, here, can you make me one? I don't know, sure, let me try.
One of our friends had offered to make the original Danny for us, and I was very grateful for that. And we were going to go to UMACon 2015, 2014, sorry, 2014. Yeah. And I didn't have a suit. And I was really wanting a suit at the time because I had finally discovered what these fluffy costumes at all the anime conventions that I would go to, because I was an avid cosplayer. I saw the fluffy costumes at the randomly popping up at the anime cons, and I'm like, what animes are those? I've never seen those characters before. They're like, oh, because they're not anime people, they're furries. And I'm like, what is a furry? Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
Anyway, from there, our friend and I, Eva Luna, we contacted her. Very good friends with them. We go a long way back.
Oh, the guys from Wasion.
Yes, David and I have been friends for like 17, 18 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's awesome.
So we go way back.
Probably since high school, or probably a little bit longer.
Just, yeah, actually not. I had to think about that for a second. Not dating myself at all. But yes, we've been very close friends for a long time. So she had made one of these, one of her own furry costumes, and I was like, hey, could you make me one of those? She's like, well, what do you want? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, well, do you know what species you want to be? I'm like, do you get to pick?
You don't have to make it up.
You don't. She's like, no. Everything is custom to you. Your character is your persona, but made into a fursona. And I'm like, oh. So I had to think about it, and I'm like, well, I'm a wolf. You typical go-to, and I'm like, no, I'm really not like a straight-up wolf. I'm like, I'm kind of a fox. And then she's like, well, why don't you be both? And I'm like,
You can do
you
that?
can do that?
Yeah.
She's like, well, you could be anything. I'm a dragon wolf. Her first character, Luna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's her first. That was her very first one she made.
I remember she was mentioning that.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Danny was actually like her second suit. She made the original Danny.
I remember seeing that.
Yes, the original Danny. And from there, we were going to take her to UMACon and debut her there, but she had the idea that, hey, I want to be a fennec fox.
Yeah.
And that's
With
how
the ginormous
ears
satellite
for
ears. Yeah, the satellite ears.
So she actually constructed Wanderer, the very first one she ever did that you can still find on our page that kind of makes you cringe, but
It was my very first one, and I did it in a week.
It was her first suit, and she did it in a week. So
Wow.
Yeah.
with all due
Yeah.
respect, of course, when you do it in a week, and we didn't know what she
I
had.
had
I
no
didn't know what
idea.
We're like, hey, put that there, see if it works.
It was very
So-
much of, no idea.
After she discovered that she could make them, I'm like, hey, you want to make me another character? And she's like, what do you want? I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know, a jackal.
No.
I don't want her to be just a regular jackal. I want her to be a hybrid. And she was like, I hate you.
And then she wanted light up eyes and the real
Uh-huh.
jaw.
Oh, I
The whole
remember
bunch. I
that.
want her to go from just starting to like 90 years down the road and making fursuits. And that's how Sarah was born.
Huh.
That was her second suit she ever built was Sarah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And after Sarah's success, we're like, well, we learned a lot. Going from 1 to the 2
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
lot of growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even still, we were like, wow, we got a lot to do. We got a lot to learn.
Mhm.
She actually took interest in it. We started the Facebook page at that point.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's kind of where we began. February of 2015, we actually had our Wanderers Emporium website up, and
Awesome.
that was kind
Actually,
of
Facebook.
Facebook, and that was totally her because Wanderers, the home character, the foundational character.
Yeah, that was my first one. So
And she
Aw.
crochets. She does bracelets. She does all
dog
kinds of
collars,
stuff.
all kinds of stuff.
So she didn't just want it to be specific to fursuit making.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
she wanted to do the Emporium to include that, hey, I do want to build these, but I also do all of this too. So if there's anything you're interested in, my art goes from here to here.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
She had so much talent with it, and we got a lot of positive feedback on Sarah, especially for being only her second suit, that I told her, you know what, hon, you have a talent. I was like, you really captured the Caracal look with Sarah. I was like, it was only your second suit, and if you looked at the sculpt before she was skinned, before she had fur, she really looked like a Caracal. I mean, the bone, the facial structure and everything was there. I said, you really have a talent. Why not utilize all this talent you have and do something with it instead of sitting on it?
Yeah.
So that's how we got her.
All right.
Yeah, that was our foundation.
All right. Before we actually go to our next question, why don't you tell us a little bit about these heads, like what each character and what each personality has.
Okay. Danny is a wolf fox hybrid. She's playful, fun, little mischievous, and a lot sassy.
A lot sassy.
She's my main sauna. I didn't want her to look like a straight up wolf, but I didn't want her to look really petite and entirely foxy either. And I wanted her to be happy
and very toony.
and very toony, which is for asking her to go from doing a really realistic suit to a really toony suit. She's like, I hate you.
There's love.
There's
There's
love.
Yeah.
There is. At times.
Many times
Yeah.
she's looked at me and went, "Ugh."
I love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as we grew, I told her I would help, with the marketing stuff. I'm very personable. I like talking to people. I like helping her in the outreach of it. Hey, this is who we are. This is what we do. This is our products. We're still growing. As a company, we're technically only 2 years old. We have 8, 9 suits out now.
More than that.
10.
I saw a couple at Midwest Fur Fest, which is actually out in
Yeah.
Chicago. It's a
Yeah.
furry convention out in Chicago.
Yep. So we have, some furry children now.
Yeah.
We've
Furry
grown to a
children.
furry family.
Yes.
And with each suit, we are learning. Danny was actually, this construction of Danny was your 6th suit. And I
Yeah.
say 6th because we did Wanderer, she did Wanderer first. And then it was Sarah.
Sarah.
Then it was Leviathan Yang, which belongs to Morgan Budson, the Yin Yang one.
I know who you're talking about.
That was
Yeah.
a fun suit.
That
So
was a fun
was.
suit.
that was her first tune.
And that was my
And that was
first full
actually-
bodysuit.
Yes.
And that was amazing. I actually saw
Yes.
some of the work, and you can find the work on your guys' guys' Facebook page, right?
Right.
Yep. We're
Yep.
working on getting a web page up and running. We're just trying to decide which, URL we want to go with and whatnot. So that's our next project is getting actually our website established and professional photo shoots done of the suits instead of go stand over there.
Yeah.
Let me get a few pictures. Okay, let's go ship the fur child out to the owner.
Yeah.
So Danny, was her 6th suit. In between there, she actually did
Our first incarnation.
the first versions of these two.
Yeah.
So that's what we do count them because these were completely redone from the first set that she did put out.
Yeah.
The original Thrax, the color scheme and everything it's the same. It's just the construction changed a lot, and his ears were pointing, like this before, and then we laid them back, and we kind of did some different stuff.
Trying to give it to the semi-realistic version of a kangaroo.
Right.
Yes.
And we also wanted it to look I wanted it to look a little more streamlined, and she lets me play a little bit, so a little bit of artistic freedom with that. But I wanted them to look a little more streamlined, and I think it made them look more aggressive with his ears, with their ears back on both of them. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great look.
Yeah, it is a great look.
The first carnation of Nyx we won't talk about.
No.
That was another one done in a week. We won't talk about that fursuit head.
We perfectly understand that.
That's the abandoned child we'll never talk about.
Abandoned
They went the way of the dodo. Yes. We did wear them at UMACon 2015. And then these were like
these were very shortly afterwards.
They were So after UMACon, we were like, okay, we had a lot of vision issues with the Ruse because she really likes to keep a realistic sculpt as much as she can, and then bring in the toon look.
Right.
So she really sculpts off of what the actual animal looks like, their actual bone structure, and learning how to exaggerate the features to toonize them has been a little bit of
adventurous.
Yes.
When I was younger, I used to sculpt in clay and that. So learning to go from that to something that you're going to put fur on was a little bit harder.
Right.
Because it actually looks different before you get the fur on there.
Exactly.
Right.
You have to realize, and I didn't realize that you lose a lot of the detail.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So you gotta we've been bulking the sculpts up more now, and just learning as we're still fairly new.
Yeah.
But I think that as far as, Danny went over really well for us. Levi went over really, really well. We were so happy considering that was her,
My first bodysuit?
Yeah. Morgan was awesome and was totally okay for this price because we gave her a really, really good deal.
Morgan does a lot of artwork and stuff for us.
And she is considered part of
Yes,
Wonders
she
Emporium.
is part of our team and
Yes, she is. She's
it's
our
a little harder for her to come to these sort of things because she does live in Michigan.
That's a little bit more difficult.
Yeah. But we are in touch with her. Morgan's been on board with us since we decided to do this. And we talked to her at Colossal Con, actually, and that's how we kind of hooked up, and she liked Sarah so much that she trusted us to take a shot in the dark with a brand new maker that only had 2 suits under their belt to actually construct her dream. And we actually hand-delivered that suit to Michigan.
That was a lot of fun.
That was...
And she actually ended up loving it.
Seeing her receive the suit and get it on, really, and seeing her artwork on somebody, and just how Morgan brought that character to life, I was like, you found your niche. You can always do this. I love you, man. And she's like, okay. You over there.
You can stand there. We're good.
So actually, so then there was Levi, and then after Levi, we did Danny. Right after Levi, she came about because the Ruse were in between. The first Ruse, the Ruse we won't talk about, were in between there. The first Thrax actually went over really, really well. We were really surprised with he was being shared to all these really big fursuit pages like World of Furries and Welcome to the World of Fursuiting, freaking cute fursuits. He just went all over the net, and we're like,
oh.
Oh my God.
They like him.
Yeah.
I'm like, they like my room. I was like, I feel so special. But I did feel special. I really did. I was like, well, it's so cool that he went over so well, because I honestly...
You never know when you make a character how it's going to go over.
Right.
Until you actually start acting out his
Right.
personality, his
Right. His edginess. He
his
again.
grumpiness.
He is grumpy.
His
He's a
grumpiness.
very grumpy character. Thrax is not the cuddly type.
No.
And I didn't actually want him to be. I wanted him to be more reflectant of. If you look at a kangaroo in the wild, male kangaroos are actually very territorial. They're very protective of their young. They're fairly aggressive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I had to pick a suit that I wanted to be more grumpy and grouchy,
It'd
I was
be a
like, a
kangaroo.
kangaroo's the perfect, type of species to go with. So I just love him. I mean, he's so much fun to be. I can't do him long term because I'm like the type that needs the cute.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for me to go from Danny and being all fluffy and huggy and oh I love you to don't touch me.
It's being the not touchy is more
Right.
comfortable. So she is definitely me.
Yeah. So the first version of Nyx was completely redone. Completely.
Yeah.
And we actually changed her color scheme and
Where everything went and yeah.
So she actually came out really nice this time. The first time we won't talk about.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
We won't talk about that.
But you know what the funny part is? We actually covered half the questions on our little sheet we had planned out for you. It's okay. It's okay. No, this actually is turning out to be a really fun thing because it's great to have you guys come down and talk about your guys' artwork. It's really amazing. It's really amazing how far you guys came along with the company starting in 2015, only having 2 suits under your belt from going to almost a semi-successful business.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
I'm actually getting ready to put out a bunch of suits in the next couple of months. So, because I do all the stuff I don't really enjoy doing, like hands and feet. They're not exciting. My favorite part is doing the head. It really is. So
Yeah.
I'm getting on to the exciting stuff now.
all right,
So.
now we got a bigger question for you.
Okay.
All right,
Bum, bum, bum.
what was the most trickiest fursuit you ever had to work on? Like the most? It comes from ones that you're working on now or previous ones. It could be between that time frame.
Actually, there are a couple that I'm going to be working on now. I've started on the one, and I'm getting ready to start on the other one, and they're wicker beasts.
Oh.
Yes. So they're
And it's
an entirely fantasy creature, which I haven't got to do yet.
And wicker beasts these are going to be your first wicker beasts, right?
Yes, they are. And I'm trying a lot of new things with them to try and make, especially the body suits, and that to make them look a little better, fit a little better. And I haven't done these sculpts before, so I'm actually really excited to start on.
Yeah, because I remember one time me and you actually, you and another friend of mine was discussing about it, and he's tall, 6 or 7 foot.
He's 6'8".
6'8".
Yes, that's the one I'm working on right now.
Yes.
That is,
Frost, the wicker beast.
yes,
Oh.
that one's actually the one that's challenging me.
Tell us a little bit
I'm
about
having a lot of
Frost,
fun.
actually.
Frost is actually a design that I came up with, so it was entirely artistic freedom, and it was really cool because Matt actually gave me, he said, I want a winter Frost themed suit, and I was actually really surprised that because he had a couple of other people design ones for him, and he actually went with my design. So it's been actually a lot of fun. It really has. And it's really cool because he's so tall.
Yeah.
Isn't there another term for a wicker beast like that when they're so freakishly tall?
King beasts.
King beast.
Yes, and that's what he is. So
Yep.
it's actually, I think, going to come out really nice because he's so tall. He fits it almost perfect.
Pretty much
As far as-
just king beasts are just very tall wicker beasts, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Wicker beasts are owned by Simone White, and we did get, I did pass the designs by, the admins and whatnot, so they're aware, and they're actually really excited to see not only Frost but Kita come to life because I've been in that group quite a while now, and
I'm excited to get on that one too. I'm so excited to, like I said, I'm so excited to get on the heads because, like I said, the heads are my favorite. They really are. I like, yeah.
Yeah.
There's only a
that's
few-
my favorite part.
And
so.
there's actually only a few wicker beasts out there, isn't there?
I'm not sure how
There's
many.
like 2,300 members on the Wicker Beast official Facebook site that I'm really involved with.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like Wicker Beast suits go, there's like a handful.
I know Alpha is one of them.
Alpha. Tombos,
Alpha,
right?
Hamada.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Alpha's the only one I know.
I got to meet them, actually, those suitors at MFF.
Actually, we all
Slash-
did.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
did.
Because
Yeah.
I got you guys on film.
Yeah. So
And they're really cool.
They
they're
are.
really cool suits.
They are just
They are.
like it's amazing like how much work gets put into those kind of
Oh, yeah.
creatures, especially when it's like very mystical.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said, that's one of the other reasons why I'm really excited to do them. Not that I'm not excited to do all of them.
Yeah.
But I think that's one of the reasons why I'm really excited to do these guys, because they are entirely fantasy creatures.
Right.
Really neat.
I've actually been to about 12 conventions myself. My first furry convention was GLFC.
Oh, Great Lakes FurCon,
Yes.
which is actually sadly canceled this year.
Yes, I
Oh.
heard.
I heard it was short of staff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just didn't have enough people to maintain the convention.
And a lot of I heard a lot of furs were heartbroken over that.
I can understand.
It was pretty unorganized the year that I went, and like we got the sponsors badges, and we were told we were going to get a shirt and this, that, and we got like this cup that didn't even have anything on it, and it was really just like I felt like the left hand didn't know what the right hand was doing. Like there was a lot of confusion, and it just was kind of like. It was a little frustrating for me, so I honestly have not gone back to a GLFC because of that first experience. I was like, I just didn't really have fun. It was, they didn't know when the panels were happening, but I mean, I appreciate everyone that was trying to make it happen. I know it's got to be incredibly hard to run a convention, no
I
matter
can't
what
even
size it
imagine.
is. I would
Yeah.
never want that kind of
Absolutely.
responsibility on my shoulders trying to
Yeah.
juggle. So I'm not knocking them on the fact that I didn't necessarily have the greatest time. It was just I understood that they were short-staffed even then when I went. So, but yeah, I've been to a lot of anime conventions actually, more so than furry conventions. But since becoming furred, I've actually only gone to furry cons. So I'm thinking about taking Delilah to Colossal Con this
I think
year.
she'll like that. I heard it's a good con.
It's gotten so overcrowded now.
It's
and
difficult. So
It's kind of like a marathon, like it was this year.
it was really crowded.
Oh my, yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
But yeah,
You guys didn't go to this
Colossicon
one.
is- The last time I went, it was so overcrowded you couldn't move.
Yeah, you couldn't
my
even
gosh.
get in the
Yeah.
deal. Like
Wow.
people were shoving and pushing, and Delilah like got elbowed by this group of people
Oh
going
my
through, and I
gosh.
was just like, okay, you know what,
We're out of here.
we're done.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let my child get hurt because these teenagers want to blast through when there's nowhere to go.
Right.
Like you couldn't move forward, you couldn't move back. Like
yeah.
the halls were so crowded that,
Wow.
and hot. I might add if you're a fursuiter.
Well, we were in
Right.
suits.
Yeah, it
so,
was
to
warm.
give them the,
Oh my
It was
God.
about
benefit
like
of-
89 degrees in the hallways because the
Oh
air
my
conditioners
goodness.
couldn't keep up with the amount of body heat that
Yeah.
was being generated.
Yeah, and especially being in fursuit, it adds a couple more degrees to
Yeah.
the body.
Just a couple.
I wore Sarah there, and I was pretty warm.
Oh my
I was
Can't
like,
imagine that.
I'm gonna die if I don't get out of this building. Someone's gonna have to call a squad.
MFF that's the first time we've been to that con, and we had a little mishap on the way there.
Yeah.
That's
Been affecting us as a company ever since.
trying to
A
get
lot of people don't realize, just how much of a challenge it's been for Kim here. We don't do deadlines on suits anymore. A lot of it is because she does have some health concerns now that, unfortunately, just poof. Guess what? You're now
dropped out of the sky.
now you're epileptic. So this has
Yeah,
been
so-
something she's been struggling with a lot. And right now, the fursuit making is the only job she has because she can't drive a car. Her job's an hour away from where we live. the medications, trying to find the right balance of medications to work with her condition, and it's really hard. So I told her,
it leaves me a lot of time to work.
Yes. So I mean, on the up note, I mean, though the bad has happened and she's still struggling with this. I mean, she's having a lot of issues. I'm not going to go into all of them. It's really but I will say that she does struggle. It's a daily struggle. So anybody that has a condition that affects them daily would understand.
Oh yeah.
But I told her maybe take it as a sign. I know it stinks. I know it stinks, but maybe take it as a sign that maybe you should make a go of this full time.
And it's been really nice not having the stress of having to go to a normal job and being able to stay at home and work on these guys. I mean, and I've actually wanted to learn a lot of other things like molding and casting and airbrushing.
We're working on that.
Yeah, we're working on that one.
Can't wait to see that.
Yeah. I have one. It's
finding the time to sit there and play with scrap fur to see how it all works. So we do have an airbrush now. It's just a matter of time on teaching her, having the time to learn how to spray and what angles and what paints to mix and all of that. So that's on the forefront.
But I am looking forward to it a lot. So, and having a little bit of, not having to worry about going to another job and when I'm going to have the time to work on these guys has been really nice. Yeah. And I've actually been able to watch a lot more videos and spend a lot more time just learning how I can make them better. So.
We're so grateful for your family's patience with us and you guys having us out here and just giving us the opportunity to talk a little bit about who we are, what we do. We take bringing everyone's dream to life very seriously, so we want you to be happy with your suits.
And I try to do a lot of talking back and forth with the
communicate
customers.
A lot with our commissioners, and we let you know, hey, this is what it's looking like so far. Are you happy with it? And if they're not, we're like, okay, no, let's change it up. And we try to encourage, once you have your suit, if you're having any problems, any issues, let us know.
Kind of like a warranty thing type thing.
Right, because how do we know to fix something? Again, we're still in the learning phase here.
I think any maker
is always learning.
Still needs to have feedback.
Yeah, feedback, absolutely. Right? It's so critical.
Feedback is always appreciated.
Yes, it is. It very much is.
Our commissioners have been really, in all honesty, all of them have been very happy with the products they've got from us. They are all would commission us again. It's nice to know that, and we want to build a good rapport with the community that's trusting us with their characters. If you're going to trust us with your character, we are going to go above and beyond 120 million% to make sure that your character is what you had in mind. And if it's not, then we want to hit it out of the ballpark, and we want you to tell us, hey, if you guys could change this, or we need to communicate. And yes, we are more than willing to say, okay, that's fine. Let's try this, and then send you some pictures. Do you like this better? Yes. Okay.
Let's move on.
We want to make you happy.
Because, for one, I mean, people put a lot of money and time into developing the characters and that, and I put a lot of time into making them. And I don't want you to just like your suit. I want you to love your suit.
And so that's what some people need to realize, that you got people like you guys put a lot of time and hard work into making these suits. And that they are not to be taken lightly.
Right. I mean, I haven't taken any of the suits that I've made lightly. I mean, I want people to love their suit. I mean, it's, like I said, people put a lot of money and a lot of thought into their characters. They develop a whole personality around their character and everything. So I want to be able to bring that to life for people.
I highly agree with that one. And I think this is actually probably a good place to end it.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you.
And you guys out in YouTube land, remember to like and subscribe to us. Like the video. We'll be putting the link to these guys and their Facebook. Thank you. Their Facebook.
Give us a like. Give us a share.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Anyways, that's gonna do it with us, guys. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
All my friends are heathens, take it slow. wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know